Dobuangku, o sengolay waye, selaman tayo bibili. Lay nga bimantamay sa salusango, may antay laban partarnabi.
Their journeys and their rituals are as old as time. Women of the ocean, who go out to sea or to the reefs almost every day to feed their families, earn an income, and have a livelihood. Women who follow in the footsteps of ancient ancestors, fulfilling traditional roles and keeping their skills and way of life alive.
Nangaw se alelein au se manganibuli au sa tio au susutunga nangaw no susungi boli ina au ndaul awata boli bata en ratumbongo te itamango itinango waindui ndunga alebu ni bibili ma tui na batini mata sawa.
Teka po may birto na tugay kito. Tamay kito, rando ko kito may wais ani ado kito ko. Ano ilang karton ito kito sana sa kay search nga ko way. Kito mo kami tadi ningo kami ni mamimbulan ni salila way tuinga.
For these women, being employed or working in a company as many others do is not for them. They are women of the sea. The sea is all they know.
Lagi mami ko, kaya may buli nga may sa sinrata ni mami buli kami kila sa reda chika nang kay wajud ko tamay kay mami. Sinay kay mami na struggle ta kan mami duro ni buli, mami bondo ni buli. Kaya sa sin kami rata na ni mami buli baka watsi. Kaya sa sikla kami suno ni takataka. Kaya kami rata nga nang kay wait mi rami kinay lami kami bulakin.
Biyaw mantanga au andin na tay na nindunga buli re. Balete ningaw ne mangga ina biyaw tau bata nambula ba ilabo au mangga ningai ba anu ini birubendua au sasanga saranga meu vaava meu amuria ai ba bubulin rotutumberiau tu ina meu rawata ina ilabo.
For these women, being employed or working in an office as many others do is not for them. They are women of the sea. The sea is all they know. The sea is how they keep their families alive. But they are slowly becoming the last of their kind. And their skills, passed down through the ages, could be dying, even as they struggle to pass on what was once taught to them. The new generation is not following in their footsteps, and the women blame new ways and new laws that hinder them from instilling their lessons.
Sana rambulang nga na Facebook. Ya nga. Sinunta na lang nga ito bira, sinrawa.
Mera babuli di nga baka bina kamera ni buli na buru-buru ni lakay way ni nanra tumbu-tumbu na taman ra cinandra mera reda chika. Na kenan rendre ni nanra tumbu da chika may ngarabi chika may mera reda chika na buru-buru ni lako chika way ta. O na lako chungoy way mera reda chingona.
Iko dalangan na kay ko na moku ko mga bulisi. Iliw na tuka ira tamay kimami sa kabikian ta ngonang ko sa sinrawa. Iko stabo man nga mo ko tanda ngone. So bosa ba ko ko ba ngone ngo. Baka na mo mangay da ka mo ni ramay kinambula. Sino kito mangrach mo na kay ko chikngakan. Gay tukuna ni bayan ngone tukuna da boy ko. Iko sinna mo yang gay.
Sarap ya lang nga nan ralang batungan na ni rakila chik ni tanam ko chira. Karena ni report nga. Sana namibi sunga kay mami na tumutong.
Out at sea and on the reef, the women gather the seafood that has been gathered on that reef for hundreds of years and has sustained them and their families for centuries. While the women of the sea are battling the elements and the tough challenges of making a living from the ocean, they are also fighting various battles on land. Women who once went freely to sea are now required to get a license to ply their trade. The government wants to ensure that the seas and the reefs are not overexploited and harvested sustainably for future generations, while the women are fighting to make a living for themselves in the present.
Nangono saranga ko misa talo sa tunganan genre. Kem sa tong koy wetu irna fisheries sa muri ki mami sarangayani. Iki mami tukono ire ki mami ka bani mami lesen ni basa. Ko nga tamate nuni waye to mi kamay na vasu na kuita ko me baka lesen. Kasi sulana mo lesen. Biasa nomu fiber, biasa nomu injini batana ya tu kan ngai wai bonga na isuli tu tolong. Ikor ngai ngai tani mutu. Akeda ira besu ko ira. Kasi ngai ko find tag mo suli ronan dola. Arto ngai searching ngai na korbi ki mani.
What Fisheries is doing now, we also, part of our management tools is we provide fishing license. If you take, for example, look at the population of Central Division. We have about probably 380,000. That population itself, for us, we only give 1,000. This is part of management tool. When someone has a fishing license, it allows him to fish and also to sell. It's a commercial fishing license. So there are two things that we need to look at. People along the coastal areas, they depend on fish. And these are the subsistence fishermen. We do not license those because they entirely depend on the seafood. It's only the people who are doing business that we need to license them. Because these are the people who will continuously fish as part of our source of income. So for us to manage that, we have to issue fishing license.
Kortong kasar tinga na fisheries betul to na nebi. Na singalo tulebo kitong kay medaka wala kani medaka kani to wanga. Isara kelen kay uwa medaka rakiga. Sa kelen indo na fiber sa na fiber ni nebi. Sa to kuno na ko ke mundo ba lesen chuni nuno. Ang kasar kito sempre na tanay bagsaw tinga singay me na lesen. Kem siya somo tunga sa aspect ni mami lesen me kem la kapital bagalawa. Kem kemi ngo merana ni mami kaki mami bula kina bagabubale. Ito kuno kasi nga ikiwa na bisu ko na mundo kanibas na kakil kami sa rawata. Kaya mo ningay nga may mekanika na kiwa na sinbesu ko na kanibasa nga kami besu ko. Kiwa mga yung bula ba kadawa? Nakasarmela kaya babikiman.
Yes, we understand the struggles that the women are undergoing. I mean, you talk about fishing license, even our officers are going to the villages. During, village community awareness, even they'll hand down they write down their names. Okay, who want to have a fishing license? This is as far as where we go. We really come down to the village. We'll process your fishing license. And this is what we are actually doing. Even during the village meeting or district meeting, and this is where, they will have to inform the communities that regulations are there, and for them just to make sure that they follow. It's not the easy life. We really, feel sorry for the women. Eh? They really have to wake up early in the morning, try to get at it something for a living. And this is something that we are really talking with our officers. How can we go out there and help them?
Era balesin nga yana bolia bolitaka. Kami menalako chicken bangko na kor sini kami kami balesin. Kami meniko tengah mayir me bolia talbi kami. Mani kami menanga bangkara chicken ini go.
There seems to be a disconnect between the priorities of the fisheries and some of the women, and more awareness may be required. There has also been strong animosity and confrontation between fisheries and the women.
Tuya kito ya soba. Kito ya nga binito mate lilo kakele. Sa salu kakele soba iwai. Saki kami mende besu pakan dua sarwe udunislai. No, iya udunislai nakelo. Kami misangi ni tuikia, angkai koke kan memang mate lilo kakele.
Kota kena fisheries.
Kota kan na fisheries,
Kena
kota
kaya
na
watarongi
Katarongi kami sakila chungo.
Kato mabasawat ti.
Ni mami sulu so tungaya kami mingai tuike. É dobi na saranga. Kami mingai tala dui coach kami milistar mai.
Sangai ko mai.
Dui sangai ko mai. Mer coach kami milistar mai.
Ki mami ngaya ni besu mami ni kai wai.
Ko morto la ko mai, morto me vi barra mo tek na ka senga bikito na ka
Our officers are not trained to do that. Yes. They will take, those that are found, carrying out illegal fishing activities right to the station. They'll record everything, make sure that everybody is not hurt. And that is part of the procedure. That is very important. If it's the concern that is coming from the women, and that is the concern of government as well, Ministry of Fisheries. Our officers are trained out there to ensure that when they deal with communities, they have to deal in a very humble manner, something that they are not there to harass the people. But if it's something that that is happening, and then we would be very happy to receive those those complaints. They have to mention the names and the dates, and they have to submit those complaints, and it's just the stuff. It's the roles of the Director of Fisheries, just to try and investigate and see if it's happened, and then we need to really counsel and discuss with the officers that are doing that work. Okay?
The struggle is not confined to battling the oceans and gathering on the reef. Another big struggle for the women is making it to the market, already in debt and in the red. The women of Nasilai leave their village at 3 a.m. to make it to the market in Suva. By the time they have left, they would have spent almost $100. Here, while the people of Fiji's capital Suva are still awaking from their sleep, the women of Nasilai have secured their spots in the market. And another struggle begins. Today was a struggling day for the women. It is dark when they make the trip back to Rewa. They are tired, exhausted, but they are proud. For Sarah in rural Madhuwata, her struggle is the rural to urban drift. Many young people are leaving the villages, and very few are left to pass the knowledge on. This is their life. The journey made since ancient times continues.